Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pain in the grass, baby. It is back. Woo! Is it July yet?
Like right now?
Yeah. Tomorrow's July.
Yeah.
It's gotta be July because that's when it's going to start, man. And actually, it's late July. Really, is it late July yet? But it's 3 big days, man. In the middle of the summer, it's going to be awesome. July 30th, it's a Tuesday show. Then you got Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd. 3 big pain days at the White River Amphitheater. And the bands, forget about it. I mean, you got Rob Zombie, okay? You got Volbeat, Marilyn Manson, Slipknot, Disturbed.
I'm excited about some of the great local bands that are getting an opportunity to perform in front of a large audience, like our dude Brian, the Beard.
Yeah, right. Pound.
I just saw a video of them performing, and it was someone shot video of them playing and then panned out into the crowd because they're very different. Like, they're very mathy, and they play in crazy time signatures. It's like a real cluster F. It's awesome. But if you've never heard them, it's a lot to absorb. And they shot to this guy whose mind was being melted. Like, you could just see in his face, like, I can't believe I'm witnessing this.
Yeah.
2 guys on stage doing that much stuff. It's pretty awesome. And Superfecta, love Kyle and the boys in Superfecta, so that's awesome.
So basically what you're saying is we got to get tickets.
Yes.
All right.
You buying?
Yeah. I know a guy.
Okay, good.
Get your tickets now at livenation.com. And don't forget, it's a good cause, too, man, because we have $2 for each ticket sold benefiting the Vitology Foundation. They do great work here locally. You want more info? Go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah! So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs. You're a loser. It is time to beat Migs. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. Oh, yeah.
Pump it up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know it is Monday and all, and everyone's got to go to work and everything, but it's so beautiful out there, you can't help but get pumped up.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, spend some time outdoors if you have a chance. Take your lunch out there. I don't know. Do those things outdoors.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Outdoor Guy.
Yeah, not me. I'm probably going to be spending the afternoon in watching more Avengers. So, yeah.
That's right. You're seeing it again, huh?
Yeah, more than likely I'll be seeing it again. So, I mean, I won't be outdoors, but somebody should have fun out there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fascinating story.
Fine, whatever.
Captain.
Let's get to our contestant. We got Scott in Seattle to take on Steve. Scott, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Couple opportines to watch some wrestling that's going to be happening in the near future. This is exciting stuff because there's a big internet hubbub about what the hell is the WWE doing, filing a copyright for the term stomping grounds. And now this is the word, big pay-per-view coming here.
Oh, wow.
On Sunday, June 23rd at the Tacoma Dome, and it's called WWE Stomping Grounds. So you'll win tickets to that, and then the next day, on June 24th, you get tickets to see Monday Night Raw in Everett.
Whoa. Wow, nice.
It's happening at the Angel of the Winds Arena.
Did you read that right?
I did. It's at KISW.com for all the details. So if you're a wrestling fan like me, you're very excited that this is going to be going on. Again, Tacoma Dome, June 23rd. And then all at the Everett Angel of the Winds Arena on June 24th. You have an opportunity to win tickets to both of those. And tickets are available now, so you can do all that stuff.
Nice. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Actually, not sell now. They're on sale this Friday.
All right, this Friday.
All right,
but you can get them right now if you play Beat Migs like Scott's doing. Scott will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Scott, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
What color is the stitching on modern-day Major League Baseball baseballs?
Red.
Yes. Fight the Power was a 1990 hit for which group?
Public Enemy.
Yes. Which horror film series would you associate the character Leatherface?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes. In what decade was Julia Roberts born?
60s.
Yes. Who was the first to play the role of James Bond in the film series?
Sean Connery.
Yes. Which planet in the solar system rotates the slowest?
Jupiter.
No.
Pluto.
No.
Neptune.
No. For how many seasons did Kobe Bryant play professional basketball?
17.
No.
18.
No.
20.
Yes.
Nice.
Which Disney cartoon character's love interest is named Captain Lee?
Ariel.
No.
Oh, nice guess.
No. No idea. Pass.
What theme park was opened in 2001 right next to Disneyland?
Disney California Adventure.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
All right, not bad.
Not a bad score there.
bad.
Decent enough. Might get himself a win. Unless Steve is amazing like he was earlier today.
Expert commentary.
No, thank you very much. I mean, he could win, he could lose, or he could be a tie.
Expert commentary.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What color is the stitching on modern-day Major League Baseball baseballs?
Red.
Yes.
Baseball.
Fight the Power was a 1990 hit for which group?
That's Public Enemy.
Yes. With which horror film series would you associate the character Leatherface?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Nice.
In which decade was Julia Roberts born?
The 60s.
Yes.
69?
I don't know. Who was the first to play the role of James Bond in the series of films?
Oh, crap. Sean Connery.
Yes. Which planet in the solar system rotates the slowest?
That would be Uranus, Rev.
No.
Earth?
No.
Jupiter.
No. For how many seasons?
Mars.
No. For how many seasons did Kobe Bryant play professional basketball?
Damn. I'm going to say 24.
No.
Oh, nice number.
18.
No.
19.
No. Yep.
yeah.
Too
Why
late.
did I just say 20? That's so stupid, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Good job, Steve.
Which Disney's cartoon character's love interest is named Captain Lee?
Pepe Le Pew?
No.
Yeah, that's completely different.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
No. I said cartoon characters, dork.
Yeah, buddy.
You lose 7-5.
Woo, good
Congratulations,
job.
Scott.
Yeah, Scotty. Nice. And because of that, Scott, you gave me this while you hang on the line.
Probably going to have wild sex.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
Okay, hold on.
That's
hey, I feel like it's as good a time as any when Steve loses.
Yeah, right. That's Freudian.
Pump it up Monday.
Wrong pumping.
Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, baby. Woo! Sunshine, gonna get out and run around in this, and Steve loses. What a day.
Yes, what a day. I know that Danny will know the Disney cartoon character's love interest that is named Captain Lee. Mulan.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's a good one.
And then the planet in the solar system that rotates the slowest.
I would guess Saturn, but I don't know if I'm right.
No, you wouldn't be right.
Dang it, Jupiter.
No, not Jupiter. It was already said.
I'm not listening.
Is it Venus?
It is Venus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they have the longest days because they rotate the slowest.
Oh, so much for hanging on Venus then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also like it's very poisonous, so you wouldn't want to either. Like,
Damn
all the
it,
gas is
I had so
very,
much-
very bad there.
I had so much plans.
So many plans? Yeah,
many
I'm sure.
plans.
Congratulations, Scott, on beating Steve this morning.
Yeah, all you got to do is tie or beat Steve. That's how you win the prize. Just like that on Beat Migs. All right, got a new survey. Turns out that more than half of Americans, like 6 out of 10 of us, actually consider our car to be our friend.
Oh.
Our buddy.
I had to say goodbye to my friend this weekend.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was the other big
It
news.
was tough. It was a tough weekend, man.
That's right. I'm not going to see it anymore.
Nope. Got rid of the Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, man, dude.
Yep. Good old Frankie, he's gone.
So let me ask you a question. Does the new car at least have windows that will, I don't have to roll
I have
up and crank
power
up?
windows
Whoa,
now.
power windows.
I have a keyless start.
What?
I can lock my doors with the key fob. It's a whole new world for me, man. I even have Bluetooth. And I have... I can't think of anything else, actually.
Do you have a screen? Do you see yourself back up?
Yeah.
See, you got all that good stuff.
Yeah,
Look at you,
it's
Mr.
a
Fancy.
new to me 2017 Jeep Renegade, baby.
Oh, and you have an Apple phone. Does it have Apple Play? Can you do that yet? Do you know?
I don't know. It has something. I plug it in and it does stuff. Like the stuff starts playing.
Well, that's good.
It's got
good
the
for you.
USB port.
It's got all that good stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
It was just time. I do want to give a shout out. Not that it's not an
Give it out a shout.
over at Milam Trucks in Puyallup. They do like Mazda as well, but they have a bunch of Jeep stuff, used Jeeps and all the long lines. Just shout out to Todd from Milam.
Hey,
awesome
Todd.
guy. Actually, the other Todd as well. And
Hey, other Todd.
And Rocky. All good dudes.
Hey, would you live by a car?
Now we know why Steve went there.
Yeah, is that why you went there? Because they had a guy named Rocky?
That was just a happy accident, but I was very happy to meet Rocky's a cool dude.
Steve, I got a call for you. You want to go?
It was fun, man. It was I got it all done and have a new car.
Oh, you got it all done, did you? I hope you got it all done. You drove it off the lot.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you could drive off the lot and did get it all done.
It's
you
exciting.
guys working out, I'm out.
But it was weird in a sense because, they were all hooting and hollering over the fact that my car has over 340,000 miles, my Jeep.
Yeah, I bet they would be because that's a testament to a vehicle if it's still running after 300,000.
They're like, what kind of, honestly, just a couple batteries I had to replace and, brake pads and oil changes, but nothing major. That thing is just a beast. And part of me wanted to keep it for as long as possible just to see when it would finally die. I don't know if it ever would.
Yeah.
But it was also just time. I had an opportunity to get something in and got a decent trade-in on the Jeep, even though it had all those miles on it. So I was like,
Nice.
screw it. Let's make it happen.
Look at you, mister.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird
Mr.
being in
Fancy.
a car that's not super loud in the inside.
And it's the current year car?
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal at all.
Yeah.
So look at you, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
Moving up in the
it
world.
looked in great shape than when you showed the picture.
It's funny though because it was a used car, and my wife is a whole different way of living. Like she's a lot more fancy than me. She's like, I wouldn't. Like she just doesn't believe in getting. She likes new cars.
Oh, so
She's
she
like,
would never
what's
be a
got a
used
nick
person.
here and a nick there? I'm like, you realize I'm going to put way more damage onto this thing. These things do not bother me.
It is funny how people are because my dad got used cars all the time. He said, this is a great value. Why wouldn't I do that?
Right. I wanted to save a couple bucks.
I mean, when you think about it, because cars appreciate so much, that actually it might be a better deal to use car in the long run because of the fact that you're never going to try to make money off of a car.
Right.
Like, I'm going to turn this in and get a ton of money. If you get anything, you're happy.
Dude, I was shocked I got anything even because of all the mileage on my Jeep. But, Jeeps, they typically do.
Yeah.
They hold their value.
So a 2-year-old Jeep that you got,
Yep.
which you already know how many miles you put in the other one, I think that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it did all right.
Did all right, 300,000.
But it's weird now, because I drive and I see another Jeep Wrangler and I do the wave and I realize I'm not in a Jeep Wrangler anymore.
Oh, you can't do it anymore.
I got to start my own club.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Renegade, not a Wrangler.
Oh, look at you. You're not a Wrangler anymore. You're a Renegade.
I'm a Renegade, brother.
Yeah, look at you, brother. You're stopping all. Wow, you used to just wrangle, so if there were any cows on the road, you could take care of it. But now, you're done with that.
Yeah.
You're your own man with your own plan. You're a renegade.
But I had to name him
Oh, yeah, so Frank is the old guy.
because he was a blue Jeep and
All right, Frank the
blue
Wrangler.
eyes.
Yeah, old blue eyes. Frank wrangled, Now, for a renegade, you got to have a badass name. I don't know if Frank is bad enough to be a renegade name.
His name is Louis.
Louis the Renegade?
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't like it.
Like Louis De Palma from Taxi?
Like
No.
King Louis.
No,
Like Lulu, the warrior princess.
No, you named your car after your dog.
he named it Louis. If he named it Lulu, that would be like really after the dog.
Lulu's a cute little white dog, and this is a cute little white renegade.
Yeah.
But you
And it's
call
a
him
boy
Louis.
version.
Louis, because it's a dude.
It's a renegade. It deserves a really cool name. Louis is not a cool name.
It's not really a cool name.
No.
I don't give a F what you guys think.
It's like
That's the
Shrimp
name.
Louis or something.
It's too late.
like
It's
it?
been named. It's already knows it as that name.
Do you, when you get formal, do you call it Louis?
No, we haven't gotten to that point yet, Rev. Hey, someone says they have a Toyota minivan with 530,000 miles,
Whoa.
no major repairs.
How's that thing still running?
Well, Toyota's known for that.
Wow, congratulations.
They are known for cars. That
I
keep
wonder
going.
who has the most miles. I heard I went one time to get an oil change, and the person was telling me it was, I think, a Prius, and they had, what would be 1 million miles on it, but they couldn't have 1 million miles on it, which I thought was insane.
On a Prius?
Apparently, this person commutes to Florida quite a bit and has to drive.
Drive from Seattle to Florida.
Yes.
Come on.
Or to the south end, so like Tacoma, Puyallup area where, I don't know if I could believe it, but why would they share this story with me? It was just someone
Coast
who
to
worked
coast, pretty much.
coast to coast frequently.
Yeah,
and
I
put
mean,
1 million miles on the car.
Almost as far as you can go contiguously, and the Prius is holding up. Well, that's a testimony to a Prius right
right?
there. Jeez, if you got
Right?
almost 1 million miles in that bad
Well,
boy.
it won't show it because it only hits 999,900, that.
And then you're done.
Right.
The Prius is like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
That is the ultimate commercial for one.
Yeah. Whoever that guy is, they have to put him in a commercial. You're right.
Somebody says I should change it to Rambo, the Renegade.
Yeah. Well, you're like 44% of people, Steve, because that's what they do. They name their cars.
Do you name yours?
No.
why you got to hate your car.
You know what? Every car I have is Betsy. Like, if I really need to talk to my car and hope it does okay, I would just call it Betsy, which is the old car name. That's what everybody called their car back in the day. Yeah, you'd think I would have a name for my car, but I don't. It's just, it's just the Hyundai Santa Fe. I call it the Santa Fe. It's because that's its name.
Somebody says they have 426,000 miles on their truck, but it broke this weekend. Haha.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Somebody says a guy had a 1 million mile Toyota. Don't remember the model, but they replaced the driver's seat for free.
Okay, are you like one of these people? I'm reading this here. This is crazy.
Okay.
33% of us said they'd rather get a cut or a scratch on our body than on our car.
I don't care if I have nicks and dents on mine.
No way.
15% said they'd rather break a bone than have their car break down.
What bone? Are we talking like a pinky toe?
No, my car breaks down, you call AAA. Don't you?
Yeah. That's what we have.
Yeah.
I think my wife would rather get a bruise on her body than her car. She's so worried about that kind of, like, when she had like a little nick on the back bumper, and she was like, what the hell? Like, it's a car, it's gonna happen.
My wife's like that about her Audi. Your wife has a nice car too, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, the nice car people. That's why if you get a car that, look, my Hyundai's a great car, but it's not considered, the Santa Fe is not like super fancy. So, like, I know me, I'm gonna hit something. I always do. I always scrape a pole in some stupid parking garage. I just always do.
I mean, sometimes on the weekend you scrape poles all the time, huh?
Well, see? So why do I need a fancy car for that?
See, Vicky's not here. I couldn't do that joke because she's sick today.
You're right. So I'll be the whore of the show. Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
yeah. Thanks, buddy.
I wasn't going to do it to the other female on the show. I felt like it was more respectful to do it to you.
That's because Danny's not a hoe. I mean,
wow.
Vicky and I are both the hoes of the show. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Somebody likes the name Louis for that's a nice tribute to Lulu.
But it's a Renegade.
Someone says I should name it Lorenzo after Lorenzo Lamas, the star of the show Renegade.
Yeah, yep.
That's a great call.
What show was Renegade?
It was like Kung Fu, but he was like a motorcycle rider.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That wasn't as popular.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Someone has 670,000 miles on their Nissan pickup, clutches, brakes, and oil changes. That's it.
Good call for Nissan. I don't know Nissan to be the long mileage company. It makes sense with Toyota. It makes sense in a way with Jeep for me. All those companies make sense because they've got a history. Didn't know Nissan was up there. Good for them.
Someone says, "See, I never imagined you'd get a smaller vehicle. It's the Trailhawk version, though, right?" Yep, it is the Trailhawk one. I just wanted to get something smaller, but I obviously love SUVs. Just because I don't like sitting in a car.
They're practical.
It's really what it boils down to.
You never know what can happen in life where you're going to need to haul, like have an SUV-like vehicle.
And it's a lot cheaper than getting a Ford or a Jeep Wrangler.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was trying to save some money, and really, for me, it's just point A to point B, and I like it. I really do like this ride.
It looks like you made a good deal. The picture, it looks really good. Mm-hmm. And,
black wheels.
Oh, you get the black wheels.
Yeah, baby.
I think, don't all cars come with black wheels?
Well, the hubcap.
Oh, the hubcap is...
they don't make like special red wheels or anything, right?
Wouldn't that be great if you could get like colored wheels? Do they make those?
I bet I could get like those LED things and do like different...
Oh, I want my tires themselves to be in color, like red rubber and, white rubber.
I think spray paint them, BJ. I think those are kind of illegal, like the LED lights and stuff like that.
But it's like a rave mobile then.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
it's something you're having a rave rolling down I-5. I think that's a little distracting.
So that's frowned upon.
A little bit.
The Renegade Raver.
Ooh, that's actually cool.
See, we got to do it. All right. Time for Listeners on the Loose. Enough of this. This is time for you to pick the topic, you to guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Como 4 News. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, it is fair game. You get to run this show, but do remember, when you do, Steve has one rule.
And that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you will be gone, and we'll have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A lot of people are texting about the Seahawks. One person wanted to know, what did we think about all of our draft picks this past week?
B-. Is
that what you're giving them?
I don't know. Is that what everybody else gave them?
I'm seeing a lot of above average, B-, although a few people have said A- for the first round and then down to a B after that. It's so... Danny and I were talking about that during the break earlier this morning because he was asking. I was like, I just don't really know how to make an opinion about draft picks.
How do you know?
Because you just don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many busts. There's so many surprises.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a guy like Doug Baldwin who didn't even get drafted and look how great he was. And you get the Russell Wilson story, the Richard Sherman story. stories.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, what's going to be a success story when it comes to draft? It looks like they addressed a lot of their needs, and hopefully that means that things are going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, these, again, it's what I can't stand about sports prognosticators and just the whole idea of the sports conversation. I mean, I don't take it too seriously. I know I'm a half-wit moron, and so I couldn't tell you how well they did, even if I thought I knew what I was talking about, because of the fact that, the young players can, they can be whatever they can be in college, and then they get up to the bigs, and it's just, they just get wrecked. And then some guys who, for whatever reason, they just weren't in the fancy program and didn't get the national spotlight,
right,
but were terrific athletes whose skills really translated well into the NFL. And that's why you got to love John Schneider and Pete Carroll, because they somehow find those guys.
I mean, more importantly, I'm just curious how these players that don't make it do in the XFL when Seattle has their team.
That's important to know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Either way, we know we're going to get some good draft picks. The failures will go to the XFL. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people excited about this DK Metcalf guy who's a wide receiver, especially. And they actually picked up a couple of wide receivers that I mean, you just never know what's going to happen with Doug Baldwin right now.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate that there's been talks about him possibly saying that he's done. Gary Jennings was another guy that they picked up who apparently has connections with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I just love, and some people were wondering if we heard the audio of DK Metcalf. That's one of my favorite things about the draft is especially with the Seahawks, they always show the video of them calling the player to let them know they're about to draft them.
That's cool.
And sometimes they even have the video of their perspective. Someone in the family shoots video. And I just love watching these players and their families because it's like you're watching them win the lottery.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Some freak out, like our first-round draft pick. Others get emotional, like DK Metcalf. Some, you could just hear they're just in shock. Like they have nothing. They sound like they're bored, but you got to imagine that this is just a lot to absorb.
And I have a question for you because I think there's two types of lotteries you can hit when you are, waiting on draft day. Mm-hmm. You hit the lottery financially because you're a top draft pick. You know you're going to get paid.
Yep.
Then you hit the lottery because you get to go to a good team, a good franchise. Because DK Metcalf, because he went in the second round, I don't know how much money he's going to make, but obviously not as much as the top 5 picks might make. But he's going to an amazing team and an amazing franchise with what some people argue one of the best franchises you could go to in the NFL, with one of the best coaches you could go to as far as being a player groomed, about people caring about your future beyond just playing football.
I know it's a big thing with LJ Collier when he found out he was going to Seahawks. He loved the fact that the team is known, their defense is known as being a tight-knit group, and that's something that he was really excited about, getting to be a part of this Seahawk family.
Yeah, you almost sit there and go, what do I want to be? Sure, everybody wants to get paid, but some people want to win championships and want to be part of a great brotherhood and really, want to be part of something special. And, that doesn't always mean go where all the money is.
One person says the Hawks did great. We drafted Christmas. That's right. There's a player who's called Christmas.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I missed that. Lloyd, can we get? Well, is Hanukkah available, or did somebody else get him?
The Patriots got that guy.
Damn, the Patriots always get everybody.
Yeah, DeMarcus Christmas.
That is
just
awesome.
A great name.
I didn't know there was a dude named Christmas anywhere. What a great name.
That's a perfect jersey to get for that one of those last games of the season.
Yeah. Dude, I want a Christmas jersey. I mean, literally, that's that. I mean, that is a great name.
Well, for a little over $100, you can make that happen. Be the pro
Dreams can come true.
Maybe you can get it for me for Christmas. Right? Shouldn't I get that?
Maybe talk to your kids about that one.
Alrighty, fine.
A few people were wondering if we did hear the audio of Metcalf when he got next year we should draft Easter and Thanksgiving. I think we're going to work on that.
Yeah, do we have the audio? We should play it again because it really is pretty emotional.
The emotions from this guy is great.
I feel like, obviously, all the hard work that any player puts in, and I don't know if he started in Pop Warner. I don't know much about his career, but these guys have just been getting slammed around and really dedicated. And then all the things you do in the off season to keep yourself in good shape from whatever football you're doing, then you're sitting there on that day waiting for that phone call.
Hello? DK. Yes, sir. Hey, it's John Schneider with the Seattle Seahawks. Hey, man, get fired up. We're going to make you a Seahawk right here, okay? You all right, bud? You got to help me out in the weight room, though. I'm a little slow in that area, okay? Yeah. All right, look forward to this, brother, okay? Here's Coach Carroll.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
DK. Hey, DK, this is Coach Pete Carroll.
How you doing?
I'm doing really good. Okay, we'll both cry together then, all right?
Why y'all wait this long, man?
I know you had to wait a little bit, but that doesn't matter because you come to Seattle, man. You're gonna play with the Seahawks, and you're gonna catch footballs from Russell Wilson. So get your ass ready to go, big fella. We are fired up for it, and the staff is excited. Listen to these guys. Here's your staff.
Thank you.
TK, this is awesome, man. We're so excited about this. I can't even tell you.
And the guy's got a great regime. You know he's not going to get fat or anything because the guy's already jacked. He's so jacked up.
Dude, you have to spend like a year eating cheeseburgers to even see some fat on that guy's body. It's ridiculous. Like he was the guy that was a meme for a minute when it came to like people after the combine and all like the scouting reports. And they're like, did you see this wide receiver? He's built like a freaking tank.
Yeah.
Did you see someone even asked, did you see the video of Pete Carroll taking his shirt off when DK came in for the interviews back when the combine was happening?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, you're going to crack up. It just shows what kind of guy Pete Carroll is. So DK comes in with his shirt off.
There he is.
Because of course he does. Uh-oh. And Pete just pulls his shirt off and just says hi to him that way.
Oh, no way, he does.
Pete's what, like in his late 60s?
I know, Pete looks great.
Yeah.
Pete really, really looks great. So, you know what, dude? I forgot all about that. They had their eye on this kid. I mean, Pete taking his shirt off, so they really, and maybe that's why he said, why'd you wait so long? Not that, in fact,
there's
he knew.
a vibe between them.
Yeah, that the Hawks wanted him, and the Hawks were just doing strategy and felt like, we can get you, dude. We're just going to wait a little bit so we can get other stuff done.
According to Bleacher Report, a scout convinced DK Metcalf to show up to the meeting with the Seahawks staff with no shirt. So Pete decided to take off his shirt too.
Dude, what a great idea. I mean, because I think that scout had the right idea because the Hawks need guys that really condition themselves, are in good shape, and also a big wide receiver that might be able to throw a block once in a while if you need him to. I mean, that's kind of what they're looking for.
Is it?
Well, it's
Are
just...
you talking to the Seahawks?
Yeah,
Do you know what they're looking for, BJ?
Well, I know what the team has always been. They always look for big guys. You know how they were always called pedestrian, and it's because their wide receivers can actually block a lot better than your average fancy wide receiver, and so that's why no one ever gave the Seahawks wide receivers credit. And the guys that they used to take it personally, like, you don't know, we're doing a lot of work. We're doing a lot more work than the average wide receiver on the Seahawk team.
Did you see what the Mariners did? They sent a tweet to DK and said, hey, we'd like for you to throw out the first pitch, and you could do it with your shirt off.
Oh, yeah.
And he responded, like, he's like, I'm in, but I'd like to wear a Mariners jersey, please.
Yeah, I got a better idea.
Could you imagine if he comes out and just throws a pitch shirtless?
Yeah.
DK Metcalf shirtless night at the Mariners game.
Yeah, that would be great, but I have a better idea.
What?
How about we let him throw every pitch? Okay? I mean, seriously.
Oh, you know
how
what?
How about we let it pitch?
You give up 15 runs, and all of a sudden we're questioning the pitching on the Mariners.
Oh, my God.
Seems a little knee-jerk, if you ask me.
God, I put it on yesterday, and I'm just like, this is painful to watch. I thought for sure we would do better against the Rangers, and we did not.
Oh, it was like 10-1 when I turned it in. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit and watch this game because I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm like, oh, there's another run. Oh, there's another run. Oh, there's another run.
Yeah, sometimes the other team relaxes a little bit and just grooves the ball because they know that they got the big lead, so they'll just, hey, you know what, if you can hit my fastball, go ahead. No, it was the other way around. The Rangers just kept scoring.
Well, it's not like the Mariners didn't put 14 on them on Thursday night.
I know, that's why I thought it was going to be so good, but the Rangers were like, we'll show you Sunday.
Downhill after that.
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
Also, I like how we're talking about DK Metcalf, I can't say his name, and I just look at my messages and I get a message from your daughter. I would definitely tap that, just saying.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So thank you, Sarah, for that during the middle of our break.
Yeah, he's your kind of guy. You like the muscles?
She was gonna send that to me, but she knows she can't text me during the show. I have my
That's
rules.
fair. That was your number one draft pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
3% body fat that time, man.
Yeah.
Is that Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete Carroll does look amazing, and he's what, 65, 66?
Yeah.
67 or
67.
67.
Couple more years, baby.
God, I'm telling you, I feel horrible about myself. I wish I didn't see him take his shirt off.
There's someone just said, based on that audio we played of DK and the emotion that he had, said, dude, why? I'm crying in my dump truck now. Thanks a freaking lot. Everyone on the job site is laughing at me.
By the way, we want to clarify.
I'm laughing at you too.
DK was crying, but it wasn't because of the call he got from the Seahawks. It's because he had seen the Avengers Endgame. That's why he was.
Oh, nice.
That's what the audio was from. There was that.
Somebody said, hey, what did BJ think of Endgame? No spoilers, just wondering.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm going to tell you this right now because I've had people tweet me. One person who said that she's never seen any Marvel superhero movie says, hey.
Oh, our friend Cricket.
Yeah, good old Cricket.
I love your answer.
Yeah, should I go? And because my husband hates when I ask questions about these movies. And will there be a lot of questions because I haven't seen any Marvel movie?
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, yeah, don't go. You would be lost. There's no way.
She said, I've never seen an Avengers movie. Superheroes and comic books are not my jam, but my husband wants to go see it. I have so much history. Would I be able to follow along without having to ask him questions during the movie? He hates that. And your response is classic. He said, yeah, you would be very lost.
Yeah. And again, why can't he go see it with a friend?
Yeah, or just go solo. You just sit in the theater by yourself and enjoy it instead of having to answer a billion questions.
Yeah, I know couples like to stay together, but, Cricket...
How dare they?
Yeah, take a pass and let your husband go with a buddy because you don't need to see this movie. And that's the thing. If you don't have any context for these characters, and if you've watched a lesser amount of these Marvel movies, and if that number is shrinking as I speak, some of us have watched all 21. Is this the 22nd?
This is the 22nd.
Yeah, some of us have watched all 21. I would say if you've watched less than 5, this movie's going to be okay.
You should at least have seen The Avengers, the last one.
Yeah, Infinity War. Yes, absolutely.
And even still, you see that. Yeah, it'd probably be a good movie for you. But the biggest part of why this movie is so epic for people like myself and Rev and Vicky is because we have had 10 years of relationships with these characters, and they do a good job in the movie, really just giving us what we want between those characters. And it's not just all about the action, but it's about the relationship of the characters in the movie that really puts it over the top for us. But if you don't know anything about these people and you just go, oh yeah, it's an okay movie, but it's not. I wouldn't call it the greatest movie ever, unless of course you have all that context.
Well, you jerks have got us all buying the hype. My wife and I, we just purchased our tickets to see it in 4DX for the weekend. Yeah. So we're going to see it over the weekend, which means obviously I have a whole week of trying to quote unquote avoid spoilers. Whatever.
Yeah, and you've seen enough of the movies. I think you'll enjoy it.
And my wife we went and saw the last Avengers in 4DX. That's the only reason why I mentioned it to her. I'm like, hey, it's in 4DX. She's like, yeah, I'm totally in. But just if you go, this is my tactic. Whenever my wife pulls it, I don't understand what's going on. Even if I do and I don't feel like explaining it, I go, I don't know either.
Oh, good call.
We're just going to have to accept we don't understand this part.
Yeah, I'm lost, honey. So sorry.
Yeah, that happened. We were watching some movie and she's like, what's going on? I don't get it. And I knew, but it was like a good solid 5-minute explanation in my head. I was like, what's a lot easier than a 5-minute explanation? I don't understand it either, babe.
Oh. Do you at least go, oh, you know what, honey? I figured it out when the movie's over?
No.
Oh, you're a great guy. Jeez. No, you just go, you both.
No, you just told her to look it up.
Yeah, you better not
go on Wikipedia.
You better not get caught knowing stuff and she finds out.
Oh, she'll laugh it off.
All right, good.
She doesn't get upset over that stupid kind of stuff. But I was just like, what am I going to explain this movie?
Right. It's tough.
In a 2 seconds in between like a quiet part of a scene? Like, no, let's suspend reality. All right, so this part doesn't make sense to us.
Yeah, you're like, all right, maybe they'll figure it out later. Yeah. And if not, well.
I don't get why Spock died right there.
No. Damn it! Spoilers!
Danny, you have no interest in seeing this movie.
No, not at all.
Good for you.
No, Danny even asked me to spoil specific spots that hadn't already been spoiled online.
Yeah, I went the day after it came out. I went and did Avengers spoilers and read all the spoilers, and then I went and clarified with Rev what actually happened.
And was it in fact accurate?
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
Completely accurate.
I was so happy to be able to do it, just to be able to talk to anybody who didn't care to see it or had already seen it, because most people hadn't seen it yet. And I was just talking at Danny. He had no idea what I was talking about, but it was such a release to be able to do that.
I have never seen any Avengers movie besides Black Panther, and it was because we did it as a show thing, and I like to show camaraderie with you people.
Yeah. And
someone says my wife was the worster in the movie. Asked me who every character was. We're still arguing because I ignored her.
Well, why would she go to the movie if she doesn't know anybody?
Right. Camaraderie, baby.
Yeah, no, I think that we...
Or she's afraid that he was going to go bang a chick.
Well, you got bigger problems than the Avengers Endgame. Your marriage will be the Endgame.
I would just 0 to 100 real quick there, Steve.
Well, I mean, some relationships aren't all that secure in their relationships, Rev.
Dear spouses, you know what? Let your spouse go do things with their friends, and you don't have to be involved in everything.
He probably is going to see the Avengers movie and not bang another woman.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
probably.
My wife invites me to things all the time, and I go, no, I really don't want to go see a bunch of folks kicking people in the face. You go without me.
Well, you also got to go to California, so it's a little bit more of a hike.
Yeah, you're right. The commute's a little tough, yeah. You pick the topic. You guide the show. What are we talking about? We're talking about listeners on the loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls and texts at 935 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Earlier we were talking about just pyro at concerts because the dude from Queen, Brian May, said that the dudes from Def Leppard saved him from getting hit by like a fire blast during a performance.
Yeah.
So someone says, because that would be a life goal. It's to one day be behind the kit playing in front of a group of people with those big fires going on behind you. I just want to know what that feels like, because I know it's going to be hot, but just to have that moment.
I have to, and we also commented on the fact that you man, you already had some great life goals, but you're not stopping.
Well, no, when one ends, you got to have a new one, BJ.
All right, fair enough.
You can't just call it quits, can you?
I think I would. I'd be like, you know what? That's why they call it a bucket list. I'm ready to kick the bucket, but you apparently go, no, I'm putting more stuff on the list.
So it says, I'm with you, Steve. That's a life goal of mine, too, playing a show with pyrotechnics. I did light a mallet on fire once and spit a mouthful of alcohol out to make an awesome fireball, and I lit my cymbals on fire one time as well. That was cool. But that was at a small party in a backyard, not on stage.
Yeah.
I have a couple buddies that do like fire on their cymbals. I knew like the drummer from Murder City Devils used to do that. Also our buddy Jason Double J from the band Antihero. He does fire stuff with his drums.
How do you do that without your sticks getting on fire?
You have a set of sticks and like a bucket of water sometimes.
Oh,
so like the mallets, you could kind of put the rubbing alcohol or some kind of alcohol on them and light them up. But I'm just worried I'll set myself on fire.
Yeah.
It seems like a bad idea.
I know I would.
I took the lame way about it, and on my old band, I took little bottle caps and taped them to my cymbals and filled it with glitter. So when I'd hit it, glitter would fly everywhere, and visually it looked pretty dope. Nice. But then you're wearing glitter forever.
Oh, right.
Like still to this day, in my cymbal bags, like there's glitter little remnants. And it's like this was over 10 years ago. Actually longer than that. It just will never go away.
Oh, man.
Glitter's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
It does look cool. To work like after a weekend, and my boss back then was like, "Did you go to a rave this weekend?
Yeah,
or a strip club,
or a rave strip club?"
I don't think I did. Why do you have glitter on your eyes?
Oh, there you go.
I thought I got it all out.
Yeah, dude. But it does look amazing. When they bang. I've seen it a couple times like, whoa!
Yeah, fire would be sick, but I'm not taking that chance.
All right.
Someone wants to chime in about you and your texting rules, BJ.
I've got texting rules. Basically what it is that, you know what, I go to bed, I leave the phone on for emergencies. When it's my bedtime, don't text me.
Somebody says, I don't mind if anyone texts me whenever because I'm busy, I just don't respond. If they text me at midnight, I'm sleeping. I don't respond until I wake up. And if I wake up at 3 a.m. and they're sleeping, I text them back because I assume that they're either busy or asleep and they'll just get back to me when it's convenient for them. Texting is not for emergencies.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is if you can hear it go off. Now, maybe he has it on vibrate and that's why he doesn't hear it.
I always have I don't remember the last time I ever had my phone not on vibrate.
Yeah, I put it. The reason I keep it off vibrate is for phone calls so that I'll hear the phone ring. That's why if you text, my tone will go off, and that's what people don't understand. It's not the text I mind; it's the fact that I got to keep my phone ringer on, and that means obviously
I don't have my ringer on. I just have the alarm set on my phone. Obviously, that volume is up on that, but.
Well, that automatically is designed that way. I think it's really clever. You can keep your phone on vibrate, but the alarm will still make an audio noise, but a phone ringer won't. But, if somebody needs to get me right away, even though I'm sleeping, if it's an emergency, like my wife lives in another state, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. So she lives in another state. I need to answer that phone.
That's a good point.
I won't hear the vibration if I'm asleep, which most people won't.
So I should stop texting you at midnight.
That's why I have that special
BJ,
rule.
what are you doing?
Because most people just put their phone on vibrate. I can't because, I'm the father. I got to make sure I'm available, even if I'm sleeping. You know what it's like, Danny, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do it,
No.
I don't foresee Lily needing to get a hold of you at midnight.
No, I keep mine off all night long. The only time, I'll keep my phone within viewing distance at all time, though. But
wow, you got a mother that lives in another state. I would think that would be another reason that you want to, just in case your mom needed you for something.
Yeah, she has my girlfriend's number. She keeps her phone on. That's all that matters.
All right, well, that's cool. Yeah. See, I got to get a girlfriend is what you're saying.
Okay, if someone really needs to get a hold of me, I can just call my landline. Oh, wait, I don't have a landline.
I was going to say, wow. Would you
I used to.
Really? For how long?
I don't know. I technically still have one. I just don't have a landline phone.
Same here, because it comes with
my cable.
Comcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have a number. I don't even know what it is.
I was going to say, how'd you guys get out of not taking care of that? Because that package is cheaper with a landline.
Right.
Yeah. So you get it.
No, I sometimes see phones like on my television while I'm watching a show. I'll say receiving a phone call from, and it's always a spam number.
You're like, haha, fool, I give that number to nobody.
I know, haha, fool, I don't even know that number.
I still have a landline, and I still have a landline. Like I have one of those phones that doesn't require electricity. It's an old school phone. You just plug into the outlet. That way, if the power goes out, I can still get a phone call. Because I can't answer any phone if the power goes out and if my battery dies on my cell phone. So.
Is it a rotary?
How often is your cell phone battery dying?
Yeah, right?
Come on.
What if
you have like one of those little backup batteries, Mr. Boy Scout?
I got nothing. Sometimes, what if the power goes out in your house? Like, that happened to us about 10 years ago where my house was without power for like 3 or 4 days.
A lot of people are saying, BJ, you could set your volume for different controls on your phone for notifications. So you could have the ringer up on your phone, but on the text, it's vibrate only.
But I want to be able to hear my text in my pocket. That's the problem. I don't always get the. You have that problem where the phone vibrates in your pocket and you don't feel it?
Sometimes I feel it vibrating and it's not even anything. I just have like phantom vibrates.
That I have too. That's a whole. Yeah, I talked to a doctor about that. That's something that's developed all because we have these phones now.
You talked to a doctor about that?
Well, yeah, I go for my physical. I ask questions.
How much did he charge you for that?
I want to talk to your doctor about the things you've asked your doctor about.
You guys are not like me. You guys don't want. If a problem develops, you guys don't look. There are two types of
issue do you have if your thigh is vibrating?
That's what I wanted to know. That's exactly the question. Because my thigh never vibrated before. I thought I was losing my damn mind. Like, why does I was like, this is nuts. Am I losing my mind? Why does it feel like I didn't know if it was in my head or if it's in my leg.
Doctor, I have this weird condition where I think my phone is vibrating, but it's not. Do I have
phantom vibration syndrome or something dumb?
I ask questions.
No, that's usually a telltale sign of syphilis.
Oh,
when your thigh vibrates.
I have to figure out, right? Yeah, you have to have sex to have syphilis, don't you?
I mean, once, right?
Yeah, okay. All right, we got a big question, okay? Not about your vibrating leg or whatever.
I love that you went to the doctor and said, hey, I have a problem.
I waited till the physical. It wasn't like I specifically went.
What was his answer?
She said, yeah, it's a thing. It's something that's a thing that we get because of the phones.
Oh.
Like before phones, we didn't have this thing. There's something about your body says, oh, you got a thing down there.
You got like a phantom vibrate.
Yeah. At least that's the remember. I think that was her answer. I can't remember.
Oh, geez.
I'll have to ask her again.
Yeah, check again.
All right, cool. All right, here's a question that needs to be answered. This one I think we can answer for you. What do Ryan Castle and selfies have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and selfies have in common?
You pointed at your face.
Right at your face.
You say you don't, but you do.
Yeah, you do.
Everybody does.
So he says Steve has done both in the bathroom.
Oh,
I don't do a lot of selfies in the bathroom.
Is it a selfie? Like, we have a bathroom picture, but I took it of us. Is it a selfie?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of is.
All right.
Yeah. If somebody's actually holding the camera who's in the picture, that's considered a selfie.
I guess you're right.
Someone says you probably shouldn't do them unless you look hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll take
and
that.
And both are on a fine line to becoming a D-pick.
Arguably every time you guys take pictures, it's a D-pick.
Hey-o.
Hey,
in charge, I get it.
Yeah, it's because you're both. Hey, according to a beauty expert in Wales, her name is Sarah. She says, you know what? Taking selfies might be as bad for your skin as lying out in the sun to get a tan.
What are you, a nuclear fusion on your flash?
It's because people aren't satisfied with the first picture, she says, so they take so many of these things, and that phone pointed directly at your face is like pounding you with electromagnetic blue light rays from the screen.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Huh. I just like that you guys are getting pounded.
In the face.
In the face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Castle, he's going to pound you in the face with a 12-pack is what he's going to do.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
BJ, you'll appreciate this one. The Matrix made me question the world completely different as a teenager.
Nice. Yeah, and actually the trilogy is really something. I mean, yeah, I it's powerful. Did it inspire me? Ooh, that's a good question. I think, it's the Star Wars. I think Star Wars is really what got me.
How did it inspire you?
Because of the father-son stuff. You've
always wanted to cut your son's hand off?
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills? And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.